Hello, and welcome to another ICA Sports and Fitness Science Council podcast. My name is Brant Hulsebus. I'm a board member of the ICA Sports and Fitness Science Council, and I'm joined today by a friend of mine and a repeat guest, Dr. Alan Palmer. Would you like to say hello?
Hey, thanks for having me back, Brant. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's nice to be here. Thank you.
Well, if you've been on the podcast before, you know Dr. Palmer and I know each other from hockey world, both of us having worked with hockey players over our careers, chiropractors. But today, you're going to join us to talk about a different sport, correct?
Yes, we're going to talk baseball today.
So there's another, as I just mentioned, we have the Pro Hockey Chiropractic Society, but you're involved in another group, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So about 13 years ago, I started the Professional Baseball Chiropractic Society, and I've been running that along with Rick Bishop ever since. And the hockey one we started about 7 years ago, so that's a little bit newer. And so we've basically networked all of the chiropractors that work in professional baseball at all levels. And we do an annual conference every year, educational conference, and support chiropractic education, students in chiropractic education and various activities like that. And so, so we're going to talk, I think, a little bit about our upcoming conference in Naples.
Yeah, so when is the date of that conference?
It's November 21st and 22nd. So coming up towards the end of November. Yep.
Do I have to be a baseball chiropractor in order to go?
No, absolutely not. We embrace all chiropractors. We have some other allied health professionals that attend as well. We have sometimes PTs or ATCs, massage therapists even. And we have quite a few chiropractic students that come as well. So it's welcome and open to everybody.
So this might be a great conference if I wanted to do more professional sports, to get more involved in the professional sports as a chiropractor. I know in the hockey one, it's a good way to network. It's a good way to talk to others and educate yourself, correct?
Yeah, it is. And we always do an expert panel where we have some of the speakers on it, some of the team chiropractors, and, the audience can throw questions at them and find out, some of the different questions they have about getting involved with sports and those types of things. And we usually try to bring in some of the speakers from Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, people that are athletic trainers, physical therapists, sports, strength coaches, things like that. And so that it's one of those conferences that you can't generally get to hear from those kinds of professionals going to chiropractic seminars and so forth. So we feel it's a unique opportunity for attendees to really hear from people that work in the trenches every single day with the athletes in baseball or hockey on the hockey conference side as well. Yeah. So it's good.
Well, you mentioned something about students too. Are you
Yes.
trying to get a lot of students to come to this?
Yeah, we do invite students. We really embraced that a couple of years ago. And, we have sponsors for our groups. We have 4 different levels of sponsorship, and sponsors that sponsor at the platinum level. We take $500 of that annual sponsorship fee, and we donate it back to a student as a student scholarship towards their educational costs. So, for instance, in Dallas, which you're in Dallas, we donated $500 scholarships to students from different colleges. And so, we have the schools put forward a candidate that they feel best exemplifies somebody who would be deserving of a scholarship like that. And then we give them the scholarship in the sponsor's name. So the sponsor gets some great stuff as far as publicity from it, and the student, gets a nice addition to their educational costs. So it works out all the way around for everybody, which is great.
Well, I know in the hockey world, you guys bring in some pretty awesome speakers. I learned quite a bit and got exposed to a lot of neat things. Do you have anybody lined up for this upcoming conference already?
Yeah, we do. We've got 5 speakers coming in, and we've got Mark Shires, who's with the Baltimore Orioles, and he's an ATC, just a really highly touted, highly recommended speaker. He was actually recommended by Nick Kenny, who is the president of PBATS, the Professional Baseball Athletic Trainer Society. And Mark has spoken for us a few years ago now. And, he's going to do all about shoulder evaluation and treatment and rehabilitation. So a lot of really great stuff on shoulders, which I know as chiropractors, especially when you're working in sports, it doesn't really matter the sport you're working in. The shoulder is an area of primary concern related to injuries and injury prevention and things like that. And we have Dr. Jessica Moeller. She used to be with the Orioles as a sports psychologist, and now she's with the the Air Force Academy. So she works with all the sports. I think they have like 30 different sports, she said, at the Air Force Academy. So she is like their lead on sports psychology. And so, again, another highly recommended speaker. And so I think that's going to give our attendees a neat twist on, dealing with the psychology of working with athletes. And then we have Dr. Byron Campbell, who's a doctor of physical therapy and an ATC, also from the Orioles organization in their rehab side. And, he's going to do some really great stuff on shoulder and upper extremity. And then we also have Dr. Scott Dixon, who's also a doctor of physical therapist, who's going to do dry needling, which is becoming, as you know, very popular in sports and in chiropractic as well. And so Dr. Dixon, he teaches dry needling courses all around the country. Again, very highly recommended speaker. So if someone's interested in getting a taste of that to really see what that's all about and learn some of that, they can attend, and see his presentation. And then Dr. Jennifer Allen, who's also a doctor of physical therapy, and she's going to do her presentation on the rest of the upper extremity. So shoulder down to the wrist and hand. And again, I think her presentation will be really good. So this conference is a lot focused on, other than the sports psychology, on the upper extremities. And so I think that, again, being taught by some of these professionals that work with these kinds of injuries every single day, whereas, as chiropractors, we do work with extremities, but, the spine is our forte. So we get to learn from people who work with this as their forte every single day, which is sort of unique and should be a really good experience for everyone that attends.
I like the idea because I know how to work on the spine. It's kind of fun for me to learn more about the shoulder and other things, because even if I'm not a big extremity chiropractor or this and that, patients still come in with questions. Someone still comes in and says, hey, what do you know about dry needling? Even if I don't do it, I'd be really good to listen to somebody who's really good and respected in the field to get better answers than everybody else. Yes. So as we're on the ICA podcast here and a lot of the straight chiropractors, I tell them you can definitely be a straight chiropractor and still adjust, but there's nothing wrong with learning a little bit more about different areas of the body to get better answers to the questions they might ask you.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, all our patients, whether they're athletes or not, they have other parts of the body that it's important for us to understand anatomy and function, and even for recommendations for home exercises or rehab or other things too, to give them suggestions. Obviously, attending to the spine first, right? Turn the power back on and maintain that power to the area of the body, but also, understanding the components that go into helping somebody who has an injury to that area of the body, I think is really good to do.
Now, you guys, we did our conference all at a hotel. Do you guys have a central location you're meeting at? Is it anything else, or is it just going to be in the lobby of the hotel? What's the plan there?
So the last 3 years, we've been alongside the Florida Chiropractic Association and their Southwest Regional Conference in Naples, Florida. And the venue is just beautiful. It's the Naples Grand Beach Resort, right on the water there. And Naples, of course, is a beautiful part of Florida. So if any of you are living in the north, or, and come November, you're dealing with some pretty nasty weather, you want to get away or bring the family for a few days or the weekend, enjoy the beaches and everything like that, it's a pretty sweet spot to have the conference. And so also the other thing that the FCA allows us to do is on Sunday, so our workshop is on Friday and Saturday. On Sunday, they have a record keeping class. It's 2 hours. I know a lot of the states, Arizona is one of them, that requires some record keeping, if not every year, every other year. And so that's also included. So they get to sit in on that record keeping, get that for their relicensure if that's something that's required as well. But we're going to have 12 hours of continuing education, along with the seminar.
Very nice little bonus there at the end. It's always nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's also nice to partner up with them, which is how you and I talk more and more with our council and your societies,
yes,
how to get more sports chiropractors tuned into each other, because we're all out there. We just don't know how to find each other sometimes.
Absolutely right. Yeah, for sure. No doubt about it.
Well, this sounds like a really, really great conference. We'll add some information on our page too, and links where if you're ever watching or listening to this too, how you can sign up. I'm sure. Do you want to tell us how you sign up otherwise?
Yeah, I would just encourage everybody to, if they want to check it out a little bit more, go to our website, which is probaseballchiros.com. And then you go to the Naples 2025 menu tab at the top. Just click on that. They'll give you the rundown about all the speakers, their background, their credentials, what they're going to be teaching, everything about the event, including a link to register, also a link for the hotel, for the room block and everything like that. We'd love to have everybody come out and check it out. It's always a good time. And I plan on learning a lot myself. So it's going to be good.
Great. Well, I always like to give my guests the final word, so I'm going to pass the puck or pass the ball back to you and let you get the final word in here.
All right. I hope I don't strike out on this one, but so I can't hit a curveball. So I'm glad you didn't throw me a curve on it. No, I just want to open the invitation. It's an open invitation for everybody, whether you're a student or a chiropractor or other allied health professional, to come on down and check us out. And we have a great group of chiropractors that work in baseball. You'll get to network with them. We have some awesome sponsors. We'll probably have about 20 sponsors there with the booths in our exhibit area. So you'll be able to see some of the cutting edge technologies that are out there and those types of things too, with regard to everything health related, really, and check all that out. And of course, just camaraderie is always great at these events. And so we really look forward to it. And you can even, sneak over to the ICA's exhibit area. They've got a lot of stuff there too. They've got a huge amount of exhibitors, and we're basically just adjacent to their area. So, you can check all that out as well. So again, just, November 21st and 22nd, hope to see you all there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in and watching. And if you want more information, we'll have links underneath so you can catch it on more. And Dr. Palmer, thank you again for joining us. And remember to like and subscribe wherever you're listening or watching this podcast.
Yeah.
Thank
also,
you.
Would encourage people to follow us on social media too, on Instagram and everything too. It'd be great. See what we're up to.
We'll throw some handles out there for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
We'll put some links there for you.
Appreciate it. Thank you,
All
Doc.
right, thanks, everybody.
All right. Appreciate you, Doc. Thank you so much for having me.